Hello, Tobi. How are you? Good evening. I'm fine. I'm online now. Yeah. Mm, okay. Oh, I know. Yeah, please send me the case file, but I want you to tell us about it. Can you tell us? Okay. Yes. Yeah. You know what? I'm even going to talk from the head. You won't believe it. I just wanted to talk from the head, but I want to hear you. Let me put it on speaker. Okay. Is that okay? Uh-huh. Okay. So Tobi, Tobi, I've dropped it in your WhatsApp so that when you're done, you read it. I will read it. So yes, I've read the case file. And Tobi, can I just quickly say something? I was saying something to them. Let me just quickly say that thing before. Okay, then you say it. You even bear the same name with the man. Yes, that's why I wrote it there. I said my dear namesake. You stop spelling like exactly. Now, so remember earlier in the day, I had seen that this guy's yesterday, sorry, I had seen this guy's case and everything. In fact, I have not read the case. I haven't seen the case file. I haven't read the background, but due the follow-up we've had over the years, and and so I know a bit of what is happening. So what happened was, when I just got home, I just put beans on fire. So I got home because of the Anna Kinekon. You won't believe it. I ate. They said I should eat when it wears off, obviously. So I ate. And what I ate, I don't know. But she knocked me in here. And I came on the bed. In fact, I turned the phone to me, say, I now came on the bed and now slept off. So when I slept off, I was now from the inside my dream, I be somewhere. I know I heard my children, they were now saying, mommy, 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 mommy. I want mommy in Jimmy. I thought, come, no. Now he came back to, I was like, are you okay? Why your things on the floor? The food that I was cooking. If not that my brother-in-law was in the house, he was hearing smell, I be perceiving smoke. Ewa jóná sí orí iná. Ẹ bá mi hallelujah méje mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́mọ́tọ̀. Hallelujah. If my brother-in-law was not in this house, Ọlọ́run wà láìtàláì. Tobi, I'm not lying you. It's another story altogether. Although alarm would have triggered. Yeah. I don't know. I just slept off. I don't know. So my husband, are you okay? What happened? Why is your clothes on the floor? What is it? Ewa, beans, Timon say. Everybody just say, which beans? Beans that they said it was. And I got downstairs. When I got downstairs, my brother-in-law said, mo ti jẹ inú ẹ̀fọ́, mo mọ̀ pé torí mi lẹ ṣe gbé ẹ̀wà sórí iná. Uncle, mo ti tired. Money, I'm not doing chat today. I just went online to just look. After I went outside, I just went and I saw this guy talking. Bí mo ṣe ṣáná sí loud nìyẹn, Tobi, you won't be. I came back on the bed. I didn't intend chat. I downloaded what he said. I said, let me pass it on. And I said, no, let me talk about this thing. Because this guy, every word tó lò, mi ní parọ́, mo ń bínú. So thank God, I haven't read his case, but I just wanted to tell people that, oh, no. The reason why they even charge him to court, in his talk, you can hear how he's speaking, that he's not a straightforward guy. I know that the freeze will do life for him, or it's probably life without the freeze. I have sent you that. See, by the time you read it, you will understand that the guy, and I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed because, we need to stop this victim mentality that we exhibit. Because, he's already trying to whip up sentiments and trying to say that, they are trying to, because he's Nigerian, because he's doing well. If you go and read that, so the whole from, how they write their case files? Yes. They wrote, I wish I can read. It is defendant so and prosecuting counsel and defendant. Yes. Plaintiff. Yes. So is it the state against him? Is the state? That's this.
Let me.
Okay.
So this document,
Okay.
it says, when you click on the thing I said,
Let me open it. Sorry guys, so that we can hear, because you see Ogbe PlayStation Daniel Bikila ọmọ mi máa ń play yẹn.
You can even see from his countenance.
Ó fi ń distract yín.
He's unsettled.
Aha, UK Tribunal. Very good.
This one is the UK, is the Tribunal's document I sent you.
Yeah, so the PT Mama Jokoti. I will explain to you people word for word.
I just finished reading it now, like 2 minutes ago. That was what I went to check for.
And of course, there's even an immigration act on the matter. There's an immigration act.
You see it. You see it. It's there.
Wow. There's decision and reasons. Let me read it. Toby, let me read it. Let me just read small for them. Let them see. Let me see. Let me read small for them. So right here on this in the upper tribunal immigration and asylum chamber, meaning if they take your case to a place like this, as in they decide presiding judge in this kind of place, you must have immigration issue. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
They've looked into his matter, and now they took him to the upper tribunal immigration and asylum chamber. He has a case note there. So meaning it's a case that has been, or it's there, ongoing, or it's been decided. Yeah. So decision and reasons issued on 4th November. 4th November. So we just a year before upper tribunal judge Bruce and upper tribunal judge Rastogi, between Mr. Tobi Adegboyega, appellants. So he appealed his case. So they've decided this case in probably a lower court. He appealed it. It took him to this place. If not, it wouldn't be referred to as an appellant. He would have probably been a defendant if it was a case that was undergoing trial at the not as an appellant, meaning they took it to another court. He is appealing a decision that was made prior to this one. Are you getting me now? So, and Secretary of State for the Home Department, respondents. So he's actually having problem with Home Office. Yeah,
that is the thing. He's not telling people. Yeah, let me summarize.
Yeah, summarize it, Okomi. Thank you.
So he came into the country in 2005 on visitor's visa.
Okay.
His visa expired. He didn't go back.
Okay.
He now did that. You know how you go and appeal? You say you have been here for 10 years or something. I want to appeal for. They now refused it. They rejected it and said the reasons he gave, that they are not strong enough, that he should go back to his home country. He stayed on, and then and now went to appeal. So that's where the appellant thing came. So the case has been ongoing for a long time. And along the line, so part of his reasons he gave is that, he's married, he has started a private life here. He also mentioned his church. So those ones, the defendants now, the respondents rather, the Home Office, those ones were able to prove that, fine, we understand that you are married now. But when you came, you overstayed. It was once you overstayed that you got married. So that one is unlawful on its own. They were able to prove it to him that one is unlawful on its own. Then they also said to him that the issue of your church, that you said you have established your church, that we can prove it to you that you have fantastic social media presence. So you don't have to be in our country to run your church. Do you understand? They brought out evidence. They proved it to him. So his lawyer now said, but that there is no point. So his lawyer said by next year, you will be 20 years. So that maybe they should use that 20 years. You can appeal to, for it to remain. Maybe after 10 years that I haven't committed any crime. I've been a good citizen. Yes, you know. So the lawyer now said, well, by next year it will be 20 years, and that he has not been working, he has never worked, that he has been living on his partner's salary, that his partner earns enough, you know, and all of that, that so they should, you know, consider.
Yes, it's like a plea.
Yes, but the judge ruled that he should go to Nigeria. So the lawyer said that after all, if he goes to Nigeria, he can, since he has a wife here, that he might be able to apply for entry clearance from Nigeria, that they will give him that. So since that is what will happen, that there is no need, they should just leave him here and give him leave to remain. So those ones now responded that no, he should go to Nigeria. That when he gets to Nigeria, they cannot on the spot guarantee that they will give him entry clearance. That's a different department.
Okay.
You understand? But that he has not shown enough evidence that he cannot do without the partner, and that he cannot do without the church. That they can see that those things can be done from Nigeria. Do you understand?
I get you. So
that's like the summary.
The summary. Now,
so if you go to the bottom, to the end, the final decision. Let me read the final decision.
Go ahead.
So the final decision, that where they wrote decisions. Number 1, the appeal is dismissed. Number 2, there is no order for anonymity. Those are the 2 decisions. So why is it deceiving? Why is it lying?
So appeal Yoruba people, the meaning is the appeal not chop. So they are saying he has to go back to Nigeria. That is the decision. Now, can I come in?
That first was on the case. That one had retired. They brought another judge who looked at everything and said, what this judge did before is correct. I think it was on one of the occasions that one said no. Maybe the judge should have been lenient on this side. But most of these guys said yes, he stood on what the previous judge did.
Okay. Now, what about the SPAC Nation? What about the monetary fraud? Where did that come in the first instance?
So
Where
the Home Office mentioned that, so this whole thing that they told him to go back now, this particular judgment now has to do with his immigration status. So the Home Office also mentioned that, as a matter of fact, he is currently being investigated by Charity Commission. So he now claimed that he got a letter from Charity Commission that was saying otherwise. So they told
is it Tribunal that are in charge already? JDD is Tribunal that that are in charge, that is presided now. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so this is like Court of Appeal.
Yes.
So this is like our own Nigeria
Court of Appeal.
Yeah, so the Home Office now said that he's currently being investigated by Charity Commission. So he said he had a letter from Charity Commission. They now told him to bring the letter. By the time they produced the letter, the letter was addressed to his brother. You know, he has a brother that is also a pastor.
Deji.
Deji or Dapo, something
Dapo,
like that.
Deji, I think something D.
So the letter was in his brother's name, so they didn't admit it. I mean, it's a very interesting. Thank God for the CTCU and Bossman taught us to read, though. Because I sat down like this. I think I was reading it.
Read Bible, yes, you always have to read.
Anybody that reads it will really want to. You won't want to stop.
Exactly. I'm going to read it too. You know why I came out? Because I saw the way he jumped out now. At first, he wasn't satisfied with his coming to debunk. Nothing like that happened. Blah, blah. Apparently, this has been decided since November 4. So we are hearing it a month later. Are you getting it?
In fact, it was decided on the 14th of October. By the Upper Tribunal Judge Bruce, Immigration and Asylum Chamber.
Okay.
That was when it was decided. But the CTC was produced So
Okay.
that date you saw there,
It's on
you
the
will see
4th
there,
of
it says,
November. That was when they
yeah,
issued
so
it.
it says hearing date, 2nd of October.
Hmm.
Promulgation date, 4th of November. Publication date, 19th of November. So this thing had been in the pool. I want to fashion
Oh, Bonnie.
until Telegraph exposed it.
Exactly. Ohun rẹ̀ ló kẹ́ ń bí báyìí. Ohun rẹ̀ ń bí báyìí. See, tribunal decision ni. Can you see? There's nothing one can hide in this kind of thing because ó máa gbé jáde. Now, Amadeka.
The tax issues there, the tax issues, the charity commission issue, they don't even come to it. That's a different thing entirely.
Hey, that one is criminal. That one is criminal. Yes. They don't hear that here. This one has to do with his immigration.
This one is immigration status. So my concern is, so he came into the UK 2005. He knew that he didn't have papers and he was doing loud. He was doing loud. What is wrong with this guy?
And you know what, Toby? Let us be sincere. What he is doing, do you know, if you go and read the accusation that he has, that is being investigated, though, because to him, was smart. I won't lie to you people. That guy called Pastor Toby is a fraudulent guy. This one is not that one is having bad belly for anybody. Is fraudulent, not frauding the government, not frauding, but frauding àwọn ọmọdé, àwọn ọmọ kékèké, young people in United Kingdom. Do you know that when you go to a church and they are taking money off you, a lot of young boys, girls, if you tell them now, if you don't even talk to your children, most of them, they go to this church, Spark Nation here. Now, we'll read something for you people. It's not the first time this Toby's case have come up. But he knows how to clean his parts. Oh, man, clean parts here. Imagine the letter that was sent now. Oh, bro, to níṣẹ́ gidi. Ni wọ́n send the letter yẹn sí. Not to him. Are you getting me? Ni wọ́n send letter yẹn sí. Because nothing is in his name. But all the money all these boys and girls are contributing in that church, Toby is the one chopping it. You don't know how these boys, everything, exactly what he is doing, or he did and is still doing, is what Ashimolowo, abi, what's that man's name? To ya tete gbe bag here, to dèrò Èkó. Is what many pastors do.
Can't you remember when Pastor Ashimolowo also had to go to Ghana? I think what helped him then is, I think he is a British citizen.
Nítorí òun níwèé ni.
Around, he was able to come back to clear, because no matter, once you're a British citizen, anywhere you go, your tax issues are still waiting
for you.
4 million years. You will,
yes.
You will come back.
What happens is this: charity. When you have a church, it's a charitable organization. Tax, they don't pay tax, but yẹ kó máa rí owó, kó máa mú owó, kó máa lo owó, kó máa kó owó, kó máa jẹ owó. When you are doing that, they call it tax fraud. It is called tax fraud. And that 1.85 million or whatever they said fraud allegedly, yeah, is the calculation over the years. In tí wọ́n rí pé ó ti fraud di àwọn èèyàn ló àwọn congregation ló gbà o. But there is not supposed to, it's not meant to be kí ni wọ́n máa pè, kò yẹ kó rí there's this.
You know what happens? So if you have a church in the UK here, you are you'll be under the Charity Commission. You will register under the Charity Commission.
That's right.
And then when your income gets to a certain amount, the Charity Commission will consider, they will start treating you like they treat companies. They will send auditors, they will audit your accounts. You understand?
That's
Remember the MFM faced the same issue.
yes, even this woman too faced the same thing. That woman don't be feel white sorry.
Yes, what's her name?
Madam Esther too faced the same thing, and she too, she didn't have immigration status. Nǹkan tó ṣe dèrò lé nìyẹn.
So she quickly went.
Ó yá lọ sílé pẹ̀lú gbogbo owó yẹn.
Now, along the line, Tobi has been changing the name of the church, you know, change from here, change from there. In fact, if you read that document, that tribunal document, that case file, they wrote it there that because he has been changing the name, you know, of the church, that for the sake of this tribunal, they will stick with Spark Nation so that they don't confuse. So that you know that any other name you hear, just know that it is Spark Nation we're still referring to. So they also acknowledge that he has been changing. Now, in checking those, you know, the books, they will check everything, everything that has come in, everything that you have, property, and it must tally. It didn't tally. They found a deficit, 1.8 billion, 1.8 million pounds that could not be accounted for. That is why they are asking. And you know, in this UK, this UK of Charlie and his ancestors, at
all.
At all. Enter your hand for free. Do you understand? So maybe he has not realized that yet. So all this mouth that he's making, and maybe he does not because clearly, let me shock you.
Shock me, please.
The respondent, the
home office,
the Secretary of State Home Office. Do you know who they sent to represent them?
No.
A certain lady called Miss Nwachukwu. So it was a case of Niger.
I want to that. Of course, they know they would have been on his case.
Yeah, they know that. Okay, let's at least this one knows all your. If you bend like this, they know what you mean. She's one of you, so she knows what you mean. It was the lady that was saying those things. She was the one that represented the Home Office. And he is back online, still bragging.
And they are seeing everything, no?
They showed him. They said, look, you have presence. You are claiming that your service, you do your service in church. But we can prove it to you. You have social media presence. You have this, you have this. They put the details.
Of course, that's why that's why I always tell people.
You have even seen more than 10 million views on your content. They put it there. And it's still
coming out to go to the free platform to go. Let me read something for you people, because the guy is not being sincere. Mi ò ní parọ́. And it surprises me that anyway, kilo conda the freeze.
Please, sorry, let me, before you read that, what you want to read, let me read this part of.
Please go ahead.
This part I just told you now of this social media, because I munched that part in particular. That part was interesting when I read it, so I had to munch it.
Okay, good.
So it says, hold on. Okay, in response to questions from Ms. Nwachukwu that he has a strong social media presence in both the UK and Nigeria, this denial serving to underpin his assertion that he can only interact with his congregants in person. You understand?
Yeah.
He went, so he was trying to say that I only interact with my congregants in person. If I go back to Nigeria, the church will scatter and all of that. But they now proved it to him that no, you have social media presence. Then this article, this report says, he went on, however, to flatly contradict his own evidence on this matter when seeking to assure us that Spark Nation is entirely open. At this stage in his evidence, the appellant asserted that, in fact, all services are broadcast live on 3 to 4 major public social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, etc. And that by his calculations, over 10 million people have viewed content about Spark Nation across all media. So this is the judge now saying, the judge now said, we are satisfied that the appellant will be able to preach and interact with his congregants online if necessary. That's the decision. Based on that, that's the decision of the judge.
He shot himself in the leg.
He said he contradicted himself.
No shoot us. All right, let's say. Because he talks too much.
He will be fine.
Because he talks too much. Let's be sincere. This guy is a polished version of Apostle Sule. I'm telling you people. I don't have beef with pastors. I'm not one of those that will say, when we are doing business, let's say that we are doing business. God can't be mocked. Do you understand? When we are doing business, let's be sincere and say, we are doing business. Do you know that if he's not saying, I am a pastor, and he's saying, I'm Hush Puppy, or what are all these guys' name? All these Bobrisky, all these people. It's cool. I'm telling you. I personally, I would just say, oh God, because there are many people like him in London. Do you understand? That are actually frauding governments and forging, you understand? And I'm not going to talk about it because it's not like I said, oh, it's cool they are doing it, but we won't be bothered. We'll just say, that's the path you chose to live. But then that you say that you are a pastor. In the first place, just last year or in the very beginning of the year or so, we were still dealing with him having sexual abuse, all those rubbish thing with one Igbo girl, footballer's wife. And I know that they threw that thing under the carpet because he bullied that guy with what they call silence. This boy called Pastor Tobi. He did those things. We heard his voice glaringly. And because of our society, we always hold all these people in high esteem, especially those that have money. Do you understand? Because of, he has money, he dresses so good. Because I will not lie, I love every time he dresses up, I love it. But Hush Puppy and Co wear the same thing. Davido, my son, all of them, they wear the same thing. If it's even Davido, don't share by, don't jolly by, it's not good, but I would not lay emphasis on it like this one. He claims he's a pastor and he's swindling people. He's swindling people.
So somebody asked for my opinion.
Yeah.
I said for me, I don't think parents in the UK, especially Nigerian parents, whose lives have been shattered in one way or the other by their children's involvement
in this church. That's what I want to read.
In his church. I don't think they will be happy that he's being sent to Nigeria. I think they would rather, they would prefer if the government listens to them. Because the government is not listening to their side of the story.
Listens to them to do what? To jail him?
I'll come to that in a minute. Now, Yeye Sherry, right now, we can say that there are 3 different cases against him. So, number 1, there is the immigration issue. Number 2, there is the charity commission issue. Number 3, there are all the allegations. And even BBC did a panorama. If you go on YouTube, you'll see a documentary done by BBC on him. So that is the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So based on that 3rd one, I have listened to shows on Facebook, on YouTube. I have heard mothers cry, shed tears.
Yes.
Because of what has happened to their own children.
Yes.
And there was a particular mother who said, when people were asking her that, what is the government doing about it? She said, in her words, that because, he targets that university that from like 18, and 18, you're an adult.
Yes.
So that the government is saying these people are adults, they made their decision.
Exactly.
But that as an African, as a Nigerian woman, you know that even your 24-year-old, you're 30 years old, going to see your baby.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
So, but they are unable to fight back to say, no, this child is not an adult. This is still my baby.
And still
so
vulnerable.
Most of them are helpless. They literally watched their kids walk away. Now, if you go to that documentary on BBC, on YouTube, the BBC documentary, you will see the people that were, the investigation that was done. You will see something like, I think some of these children, I will call them children. The government is calling them young adults, but me, I'll call them children. Some of them go to donate blood.
Yes, that's what I want to read.
You can donate blood for money.
And they pay.
Some of them, they tell them, yes. So when they pay, when they pay, so if you go to a blood bank, you donate your blood, they pay you for donating.
Yes.
They take the money to him. Now, there's another allegation in that documentary that some of them, when you're filling forms, they take your details, they take your date of birth, they take this, they take that. Before you know what is happening, somebody is sending you a reminder letter that you have a loan, £50,000, £75,000 that you are supposed to be paying. So these people, even though they know nothing about it, are already carrying loans.
He has put a lot of children in this. This is where, that's the part I want to read for people. It don't do a minute go the part paying me.
That was why I said, I'm not in support of that they should take him to Nigeria. Instead, I want the government to look at that BBC thing, investigate it, and it needs to be dealt with according to the law. They should do it.
Exactly.
Because if it goes to Nigeria, you know how Nigeria is. He will just become a king.
Yes, like Ashil Molowo. I like Ashil Molowo.
I think, sure.
Yeah, correct. You are very correct. Let me read something for you guys so that you understand the part that the part paying me. This is immigration status. God sees my heart. I do not really care if he is deported or they retain him. But the part that I think, and sincerely, that part is where I think United Kingdom needs to look into. Because what is done now, as per this fraud, it's not towards the government, it's towards the kids, these children that have joined his church. Are you getting me? And we have a situation like that in this country, a redeemed pastor. In fact, we started together in Redeemed Church. He is in jail right now. Ilu Yogba, they've sent him to jail. He's an Irish citizen now, but they've sent him to jail. A similar case. I don't know the law that they practice in United Kingdom. But where I'm coming from, I want to read something to you people so that you will look at it from the perspective I am looking at it. And that's why I find that is sitting down to address people and say that, oh, Nigerians should be proud of him. Oh, people should look up to him as a role model. And he's playing the victim in that video, acting. Then he had told them to video him. He carried that thing where my pikin they always play. She PlayStation ni. Oh, play Danny. Oh, Ashebe. Oh, Ashebe. It's so annoying that you are not doing it right, and you still think you can just manipulate people's brain and treat people as if only everybody could correct. That is the one that is catching me, that is overwhelming me, that is making me feel like he is really heartless at the age of 44. By that age, you should think better, be more remorseful, and be very thoughtful. You understand? When you are even delivering, when you are talking to people as a self-acclaimed pastor, you should reason it very well. Imagine all the people that he has, all the kids that are involved in this matter. When they see him talk like that, they will be fidgeting, they will be scared. Ó ti kó wọn láyà jẹ. Ó ti kó wọn láyà jẹ. Go and listen to what he has to say. You will know that he's not even remorseful. Now I will read something for you people. Pastor Tobi Adegboyega lost his deportation battle after his church was shut down. Lost his deportation battle after his church was shut down over allegedly 1.87 million fraud. A Nigerian pastor, Tobi Adegboyega, has lost his legal battle against deportation from the UK following allegations of fraud and financial misconduct linked to his controversial church, Spark Nation. Despite claiming deportation would breach his human rights, an immigration tribunal ruled that he should be deported to Nigeria. So that is the gospel truth. He denied it in that video I sent. It made it look like nothing like that happened. Adegboyega, 44, who is a cousin of Star Wars actor John Boyega. I don't understand why they need to link him with Star Wars. Anyway, I don't know why they need to link him with Star Wars John Boyega. Do you get it? I don't know the reason why. Maybe he's the one putting that narrative so that people...
You know John Boyega. That's what they call that guy. That John Boyega. He's actually John Adegboyega, but because he was born here and all. But again, he likes to name drop it.
So why do they have to link him with that? The boy has no business.
It's part of his shenanigans now. That's how you...
But yeah, when you look at funny reference. But it doesn't matter.
Thinking that, thinking that maybe when the UK government sees that he's cousins to somebody, then
I don't think I know you both, they don't reason like that. And it toba share you woman bawi. The law doesn't have anything to do with your daughter, your son, your cousin. You are too far, cousin. Sometimes your cousins don't even have good relationship with you. Assuming he's his sibling now, it will make sense. Cousin, I will even go and Google it and see the person they are talking about. Okay, so they did advert for that one now. John Boyega, John Boyega had argued that removing him from UK would violate his right to family life under the European Convention on Human Rights. Anyway, you heard it now. They didn't put that into consideration. You understand? I understand this law, but it's like it's a law helping the family. It's an immigration law, but they did not put yourself. And one thing about all these things don't work in UK anymore. Do you know why? UK is no more with EU. All these laws, it doesn't apply in UK. Because they are no more with EU. These are EU laws, European laws. You people have gone. More kini. You people are no more on. You people are no more with cylinder EU law. Maybe they are still using it because it is being referred to and cited here. But it's here. He cited his marriage to a British woman and his community work with Spark Nation as reasons for remaining in the UK. Okay, can I ask a question? Doesn't he have children?
I think he does. Let me check.
Because I didn't see, because they are referring to cousin. There's nothing about because it's marriage. I'm not hearing family. It's supposed to be his family. Because sometimes they can put that into consideration, but I can't see anything like children here.
Especially with the children.
Yes, I can't see it here. So that again is another thing that I said, okay, I don't know why. I don't know why that children are not here. Maybe that woman will be more fun. You understand? Maybe only lomo, but not from this woman. He said, okay, he has 2 children from this woman, because I heard him say Lucy. From this marriage, okay. They said he has.
But the partner they referred to in this tribunal case file, the partner's name is Mary, not Lucy. And I'm looking at his LinkedIn page now. It says his partner's name is Lucy Oluwatosin Odetola.
Because he mentioned Lucy in that video that he did today.
But that document says Mary. In fact, there was another thing they said in that document that he claimed that he came to the UK on the 24th of January 2005, but that the record of the Home Office shows that he came in June, and I think the visa expired in July 2005.
Those are all the things. He's married to Lucy. Yeah, but on his file here, it is showing on his, is it his court file?
Yes, the tribunal. The tribunal file, the one I sent to you, that one that we just talked about.
It's showing Mary. Anyway, these are all the things.
The partner's name is Mary.
These are all the things, because you can't bear Mary and bear Lucy. It's all Christian name now. Anyway, let's leave that. It might be one of her names. Let's leave that. You know, all these things, Oyibo don't like lies. So the moment they discover just one lie, every other thing you say, they won't believe you. So,
and then they stated that in Mary,
in
that
court,
she earns above minimum wage, and that he has not had any, he's here without recourse to public funds. You understand? But if you now go to his Wikipedia profile, he says that he lives in a £2.5 million mansion.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí Home Office máa ti rí ni. Gbogbo nǹkan tí Home Office máa ti rí nìyẹn.
Those are the different loopholes, because
you can't live two lives. You can't be one person and live.
They will look at the person's salary.
Yes.
Look at her pay slip.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ti wò nìyẹn.
Able to
afford.
that you live in a, you understand?
Yes. How can you afford all these things? How can you afford all these things? And meanwhile, they are seeing your wages, your salary. Are you getting me? So meaning all this 1 million tí wọ́n ṣí lé lórí, if you drag it too much with them, they will guru. That's why with the moment all these Aladura women, all of the Ashimolowo, all of them notice that British ti fẹ́ máa bá wọn touchlight sí ayé àwọn financially, ó tètè get out, ó lọ sí Nigeria. But
let me quickly read something from his profile to you.
He doesn't want, he's coming out to lie. And you know what? Let me tell you people now. Anything immigration, do you know? I've told people many times, Teba London refugee, ABFH, anything immigration, go away from social media. Woman don't wo be. Èmi sọ fún yín ni. Woman don't wo social media.
You know something?
Your social media profile. Woman don't wo everything to bá ń ṣe. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
You know that on his profile, in the document, the tribunal document, they made mention of his brother, Tobi Adegboyega. Now, on his profile here, the only relative he mentioned here is John Boyega, his cousin. He didn't mention his brother, who is also in the UK, Tobi Adegboyega. He didn't mention that one. Now, he said here that his early life, it says, Tobi Adegboyega moved to London from Lagos in 2005. On arrival in London, he shared a room with his cousin whilst once working as a kitchen porter. You are not even supposed, you're on visitor's visa. You see all the loopholes, all these, I must harass everybody, I must do now. See how he's just, and I wonder how his lawyer did not take note of all of these things and wipe them off before going to do that initial 10 years, whatever, for him.
Okay, initial 10 years stay.
Because that after they refused that one, then he now decided to appeal. So this is the appeal level. If they move to the final stage, I don't know if there's a final court or that's like Supreme Court. If they move there and their documents are not rock solid, if they go and refuse him there, let them not go and ban him for 10 years or ban him for so long.
I don't think you understand what is happening. Let me explain to you. You see what they are doing to him is what they did to even this man, Tofe, that his son married that dated Princess Diana. They won't give him.
That guy, that's Harold's guy.
They won't give him. Wo ni fun. Be UK. Wo ni fun. Wo ni fun. Wo dem pity ẹ ni. Tó bá gbọ́n kó rọra fi wọ́n lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú owó tó ti jẹ kó má ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Tó bá bá wọn fà wo ni wá go deeper pẹ̀lú owó to fraud. Ìkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n tí wọ́n ṣe wà reluctant about that fraud is because àwọn tó involved, it's not them. It's not àwọn tó wà involved, they are adults. Do you understand? So there's kò sí anything tó fi prove ẹ pé ó gbà wọ́n ni. Ó tàn wọ́n. They are vulnerable people. They are not underage, they are not minors. That's why they are not dragging it with him. But wo ni fún ní ìwé yẹn. Take it or you leave it. Wo ni fún. Wo ni fún. Ó máa gbẹ̀yìn ó máa ta Spark Nation yẹn ni. Ó máa lọ sílé. Ṣebí wọ́n ṣe fún Harold. Wọ́n ṣe fún dáadáa. Wá jókòó tì ní.
Harold sold. He has to sell that Harold.
Wọ́n jókòó tì ní. Because it's been labeled already. Gbogbo owó yẹn tí kò tán tax tí ò sọ gbogbo kíní yẹn ó máa ohun dẹ̀rẹ́ ò lè lòun náà and kò tẹ̀ nígbà ó máa ṣe gìgìgìgì ìyẹn ò tiẹ̀ dùn èmi gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe fáwọn ọmọ lọ́mọ ìyẹn ló ń dùn mí ibẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ kàdé my own pains and anger towards him nìyí o ẹ jẹ́ kémi sọ part tèmi o do you understand my own pains and is this me sọ pé don't ṣe olè tó fẹ́ jà is your business as long as tó bá hàmù àwa èèyàn you understand yeah you are doing this now to the detriment of our parents tó ti tọ́ ọmọ wọn that have brought up their kids. Some kids are in bondage in this man's church. They are in bondage and our parents wọn ò rí wọn bá sọ when they talk àwọn ọmọ ò gbọ́. Because they are now adults. What those kids are contributing in that church, àwọn òbí wọn ò tí ìgbàrú ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Àwọn òbí wọn. Some of those kids, their parents are still paying mortgage and all those things. And they will go and lay their lives down for Pastor Tobi. Loans of 50,000-70,000 pounds. They are paying from their own work. And he goes after all these young boys and girls. Àwọn ọmọ gidi tó kàwé. And they are all going with their money to this church. Who saw the cultism? Let me read it for you people. Describing him as a charismatic leader, his legal team highlighted his efforts to mentor hundreds of young people. Let me tell you, one day I will bring my daughter. She was a victim of a church like this. My firstborn. My firstborn. My daughter was the one paying. Mi ò tètè mọ̀. Mi ò tètè mọ̀. If you leave your child, I'm telling you, because you will bring them up in the way of the Lord. So you want them to always know, anywhere they go, kó ṣá máa lọ church. Just so that at least ọkàn á balẹ̀ pé ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣá mọ Ọlọ́run. That is making them vulnerable. My daughter was the one paying church rent. Asala, in fact, the pastor was now telling my daughter them, as in my daughter and her, pastor yẹn ò ní àwọn àgbàlagbà ní church bí àwa báyìí o, àwọn ọmọ kékèké. Was not telling ó ní èmi àjẹ́ lèmi. You know that's how they used to do in Nigeria. Ó ní èmi àjẹ́ ni mí because he knows me on the social media as a speaker. Ìtorí mi ni máa yẹn ṣe kúrò lórí social media. Ìtorí mi ló ṣe kúrò lórí social media. By the time I realized, he has entered many of our children. My daughter is a #1 victim. He will tell them, they worship him. What they can't discuss with their parents, they will discuss with him. What they can't discuss with their parents, they will discuss. He knows their finances. He knows their income. He knows everything. They are taking care of him. They are taking care of him. And these children, then my daughter was working with Apple from her uni days. This is a true life story. One day I will tell my daughter to come and tell you people. Ọlọ́run ló bá mi gbà. In fact, it affected her. It affected her. All these things, all these people, all these Tobi them, they are not good people. You know, our parents ta terisi, ta tí wọ́n lù wá jìbìtì. Àwa Ọlọ́run rà wá padà. And you know, some of us and our age mate too, they never got themselves back. You know, they never got themselves back. Till date, some people are still languishing and perishing away in all these things. Because many of them, God is yet to open their eyes. So you can imagine your children being involved. Remember, Ma, you told her, I'm telling you, if my daughter one day, I will give her the platform. I will tell her to come and tell you people so that you will take note of your children, so that the signs you will see. My daughter was paying for the church. She was doing everything. And she was doing it with her whole mind that that's what will make her make heaven. That is what will make her make heaven. If she wants to come home for holiday, he will say no. It was pulling them away from their parents. A pastor pulling children away from their parents. If you're like me now that I wear eyelashes, all those things, wear wig, he was telling them that all those things, they are people that are in the Kiniko kingdom. As in Biaje. If he brainwashing my daughter, it's a true life story. So people like Tobi, I don't find their matter funny at all. I take it very personal. I take it very personal. Because I know that the children in that church, they will be kids like my children. And they target children that study good courses, have good jobs. That's what they do. They target them. Their income, these kids will be giving it to them. Even before they spend their money, they take permission from them. They take permission from them. I'm telling you the truth. They will be monitoring them. You won't believe it. They will monitor them to an extent that those kids won't even share this thing with you. They won't share it with you. My kid will come home for holiday. Yeah? Because she's at home. This man will be texting. Not only my own daughter, other children too. Will be texting them that you just stay a few days, 2 days. They will all go back. Because the church must run. And if all of them come home and stay at home with their parents for holiday, that means the church won't run. You will just see my daughter after 2, 3, 4 days like this, all holiday. She will say, Mommy, I'm going back. I say, no, Mommy. And then her job was work. She was working with Apple. It was you work indoor. I be working hybrid. She works indoor. But because of the church, they will be rushing back. All of them now, many of them, it affected a lot of them. The time I realized, by the time I realized, my own daughter was already deep into it. And it was God that made me to realize that my daughter then was able to open up to me. Her finances, all the job she did as an undergraduate when she was working with Apple, it all went to the pastor and the church. And me as a mother, I never knew. I never knew. I never knew. Because me, I was just thinking my daughter is doing part-time. What will I, you understand? I don't collect anything. For mine is that my daughter should be okay. Me, I was even the one sending money. I never knew that all what I was sending. I just noticed pé kò ní wig, kò ní nǹkankan. When she comes home and, you know, I give her wig because she wears tomboy things and I give her wig and everything. She told me that when she gets it, they will throw it away. Buy skirt for my daughter, buy mini skirt or anything. Psh, the pastor will tell them to throw it away. I will show you people one picture of one time that my daughter came home on her 21st birthday and I bought her clothes. I got makeup person that will do makeup for her. You know that this man sent message that if she do it, she's going to hellfire. I don't know what he put in their brain, no. Ọlọ́run ló kọ́ ọmọ tèmi yọ. My firstborn. Ọmọ yẹn, ojú ẹ̀ ti rí gan. Ojú ẹ̀ ti rí. The man, this very terrible. The guy is a pastor. He knows. Money mo fẹ́ lọ bá. I said it that I want to go and that I'm bringing police. He was begging. He messaged my daughter, apologized and everything. But it was already too late because kini yẹn ó ti gbá àwọn ọmọ mi gan, ó ti gbowó ẹ̀, you understand? She was miserable. When she was not fed up of the lifestyle and wanted to withdraw, they were basically bullying. They were now bullying her. The other students, they were now bullying her. They were now telling her that she will go to hell. She wants to backslide. Oh, lọ sí hell. Olóṣì làwọn people yo. Olóṣì gidi ni wọ́n. That's what Pastor Tobi is doing. Wọ́n ṣe èèyàn tó dá. And you know the kids, they fall. Some of those kids, some of them are depressed. Some, God forbid, may it not happen to our church. Some of these children that enter, that commit suicide, it's not this pastor so that cause it. You will notice they will never deal with adults. They are always dealing with all these young children, boys and girls. They don't deal with because we will be wondering, they brainwash all this younger generation in their 20s. From 18 to 20. That experience is what made me that I didn't allow my other kids now to go to university in, far away. Because you will be telling your kids, go to church, beware church, And it's this same church people. This one that did this one to my daughter is a pastor, is a Yoruba pastor. He has no GO. He's the GO of his church. He has no GO. Only small kids. Those are the people he in his congregation. No adults. No bagbati like us. Lie. And he will see, he targets the kids that are doing courses that he knows that when they are working, they will be financing his church. Listen to what this Tobi is, what his own crime is. So I want you people to listen to it. Describing him as a charismatic leader, his legal team highlighted his efforts to mentor hundreds of young people, particularly from London's black community, to steer them away from crime. Are you hearing? Particularly he came across as somebody that is trying to help our children, saying that it takes them away from crime. Are you getting me? Meanwhile, these kids are working, doing good cutting, doctor, lawyer, engineer. Like my own daughter now, she did software management and programming. She's a web developer. So everything about all computer. So all those kind of people, they are the people he uses. So this guy, accountant, that's what this guy, this Tobi, he said, àwọn ọmọ tó ti kàwé, tí Ọlọ́run ti gbàkóso nínú ayé wọn, ó ní òun lòun ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe crime. That's what he brainwash, how he's brainwashing people in UK. Àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ pé àwọn Ọlọ́run ti gbọ́ sí wọn, wọ́n gbọ́ràn sí, wọ́n kàwé, ó wá fà wọ́n mọ́ra, ó ní to steer them away from crime. That's why he's, breeding them. They claimed his work had been praised by prominent figures, including former Prime Minister Boris Johnson and senior Metropolitan Police officials, although no testimony from these figures are submitted. But it talks say that they praise him. However, the tribunal noted that the Home Office presented a different narrative. According to the judgment, various manifestations of Mr. Adegboyega's church have been closed down by either the Charity Commission or the High Court because of concerns over its finances and lack of transparency. Shetigbo? Lack of transparency. Shetigbo? Spark Nation was shut down after failing to account for more than 1.87 million in expenditures, with allegations that the church encouraged members to take drastic measures to donate money. Let me repeat that part, the part that is hurting me in this matter, which is true. It is true. And many mothers, many parents can testify to this in United Kingdom. It's just because people can, our children, when they are doing these things, they are the ones working, they've gone to school, they are doing their job. How will you say, I will be in charge of your finances? Are you getting me? How will you say that? But because even me, where we say, I grew up in Nigeria, I'm streetwise. They still chop me now for abroad. They still chop me. They still do line up 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 2,000 euro. They still chop us for a year. But the magnitude and the mannerism in which these pastors, what's this guy's name? Tobi them, they do, their own is more. I'm telling you. Here it's now. Due to lack of transparency, okay, they said former members accused Spark Nation was shut down after failing to account for more than 1.87 million in expenditures, with allegations that the church encouraged members to take drastic measures to donate money. Number one anger that I have towards him. Former members accused the organization of being a cult. That was how that church that my daughter went to, it was, eventually that is how she could explain it. She said, Mom, the church is a cult. Because when you choose to now leave, they will now start to bully you. They will now start to label you. They will now start to label you. The children in the church, will now start to tell their parents something else about you. It happened to my daughter. Because she chose that I don't want to come anymore. They were now bullying her. They were not telling her that she's backsliding, she's going to hell. And it is the man that will be sending her them. Because that's what they've done to other people. So, they then say former members accused organization of being a cult, claiming impoverished individuals were urged to take out loans, commit benefit fraud, and even sell their own blood to fund the church. That is my anger. Listen to that part. Former members accused the organization of being a cult, claiming impoverished individuals were urged to take out loans, commit benefit fraud, and even sell their own blood to fund the church. It is alleged that the church leadership lead lavish lifestyles because, okay, you are not working. You are not working. Your wife has a job. Her income, at least UK government knows. You can't be buying original Gucci the way he buys it. Go and see. Although they say sometimes he returns some more. They say sometimes he will buy and return. That because you will never see him repeat anything. They said, I don't know. That he will just wear and return and go and pick another one. I don't know why he would do that, but that's what allegedly. But because of his lifestyle, you will believe. Don't you see when he was showing us, I'm not saying you can be rich, but as long as you are working for it, you can be rich. But that you are a pastor and you are leading and living that kind of lifestyle to the detriment of all these young lads and young girls, that's sickening. But Tobi, Abigushi Tobi, you are a thief. Olenie. And you can now say that people should now look up to you as a role model. You are in the league of role model. Who's role model? You are a thief, Olenie now. You are a thief, Olenie. And you see, the fact that you are living your life to the detriment of this, our children, our own pains. If not, if it's immigration, can you call all this, or you are doing it, you go and do the one that Hush Puppy is doing. In your kawa. Do the one Hush Puppy. Wa jale, wa lossy bank, wa lo jale. These kids that you are making them to sell their blood for money, the ones that can, and taking loans out for the church and all those things. What do you think? They haven't even started their lives. They are not even taking bese for their parents that sent them to school. Their parents that sent them to school, that deprived themselves of many things. Do you think many of us don't want to live the life you are living? But many parents are sending their kids to school. Then when these kids now become somebody in life, you will now come and now take that kidney. You will now be the one chopping the fruit of parents' labor. Even we never tell we now our kids, we haven't told them go and even loan 1,000 or 2,000 for us. Then this our kids will be loaning 50,000, 30,000 for your church. Then their job, they will be taking it out from there. We didn't even tell them to go and loan money for their education. It's we, the parents. You are a thief. That's where the pains of these parents now. They are supposed to hold him to sort out all these children that took loan towards the church, for the church, so that he can use all this money and pay that loan. But so that these kids will be free. Because if they deport him now, these kids will still be paying bills. And that can set depression. That can set in depression on these kids. That can set in depression. All the things that benefit that my daughter got from Apple, later, or you know, like as a staff of Apple, there are some benefits of some things you get and some things that you buy that you get discounts and you know, like that, that if I had known about it, maybe it would have been me or the younger ones. Church lọ́mọ mi gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ tó fi bá wọn ṣe kíní kan projector, kíní kan this tapu ń ṣe, o church ló gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ fún. Yes. In fact, she was even in charge of the department. She was the one that would do the all the because anything computer and she's an engineer and that she would be the one that will arrange. She was the one that was doing it, and many of the things that benefit they get from their work, she gives it to the church. One day I will tell her, she will come and share that story with you people. So that you will, so that she will be able to tell you people the things to take note of when your children are in such trap. I'm telling you. When your children are in such a... My daughter was a victim of likes of Pastor Tobi. Because you'll be happy. You'll be thinking your child is going to church. You understand? You won't know that they are laying all it's their money in one bar, and they are brainwashing them. And they will make sure they take them away from you. They won't be giving you feedback, telling you things. Because if you realize, and at a point I will not lie, I realized something. I just told my daughter, because you won't know when she comes, so you won't see her buy anything extra. She extra job. You know, she works and she's also, you know, she works and she's also schooling. And then I'm supporting as a parent. Saw the most important part. So there was nothing. I thought to myself, kilo one for where she? I asked her one day. I said, kilo one for where she? Because when you are going back, you now say, Mommy, I need money for this. What are you using your money for? No, Mommy, I'm saving it. You are saving and you are collecting my she will just use laugh to cover it up. Mommy, don't worry. When I break my back, took power from my time I break my back, I will make sure I give you back. I will shake it. I shall, Mommy. Our money was going to the church. The man tells them what to do. The man, like, he computerizes all of them. And very terrible. Very terrible. One day, I will ask her, so I can enlighten you. I think I have spoken about it before, but I would prefer she come and use her mouth and say this thing to you people. I don't know if maybe when she's saying it, if she burst out in tears, just take it like that. Because sometimes when she remember, oh man, doom, how could she have been so foolish and stupid? Oh man, doom, you know, when she talks, oh man, doom, go. I'm always the one that go. Sometimes you just need to you become mugu before you become smart. So even me, I've gone through it, but you know, I know that my own is different to theirs. Theirs is that they laid it all. Only one mugu, what cash one mugu, gone. What to bully one? What to bully one? Mr. Miwa, how are you, sir? Long time, sir. They still bully them. So Tobi, there's nothing that guy can say that only if he buy anything from my heart. Because the truth still remains, when you see an adult that loves to deal with children, check that person out. The same thing, this church my daughter went to, you will not see any adults there as a church. Only our kids, they are the ones that operate the church. Only the kids, as in they are no adults. Bye. That's how he manipulates all of them. Boys or girls, so he manipulates them. They give all their all. Some they don't go home for holiday. When they go home, she said every time she now starts to say, Mommy, I have to go back to school. That is the one texting all of them. They will, okay, you can go and see your mom, your dad. You know, don't do what they do. Don't shake it. Against you. They don't know Christ. They don't. Meeting my man, meeting I'm a teacher in church. We fix eyelashes only our group being we can't make heaven. So our kids should leave us. We can't make heaven. He wasn't saying be rude to your parents, but he was saying be far from them because of what he was getting from our children. That is what I can tell you with my full chest. Don't those rubbish he's saying. He doesn't have any mental problem. He's a Yahoo. Tobi, you need to deal and be sincere with yourself. The only thing I want them to do with you is that all these children that you have led astray and you have duped, then you need to pay back. That's the only part. I don't know how British government are going to handle the situation, but if they deport you, it's a loss for this family, all this family, many family that you have, God forbid that you've ruined these children mentally too. Some of them don't even have their life anymore. They are scared. If you talk to your children, you will hear all the things they've used. They'll be threatening them of hellfire.